Hello everyone, welcome to the top lessons. Today we are going to talk about the role of the government in our health. So, what is the responsibility of the government towards the health of the citizens of our country? We are going to talk about. So, what is health? Health is one of the most important aspect of our life. Any person is healthy if there is no injury or illness or any type of disease, or he or she should not be prone to any disease. So any person is healthy if there is no disease or injury, and also there are no chances. So in that case we will say the person is healthy. To maintain this health, there should be a proper system and it should be run by someone. So our government is responsible for the welfare of the people. In any democratic government, generally government has the responsibility of education, health, employment, housing, development of roads, electricity, and other important infrastructure. So in it is the health is also responsibility of a government, and we also have a democratic government. In our constitution also, it is the primary duty of the government to ensure the welfare of the people and provide healthcare facilities to everyone. Not just providing the facility should be either at low cost or it should be free of cost, because not everyone can afford the facilities, because there are so many poor people in our country that they belong to they belong to rural areas, and many also live in the cities. So to take care of the health of the people of our country, we have a separate ministry in our government, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. It takes care of the public health and welfare. So, to take care of the healthcare facility and provide these facilities to everyone, what are the requirements we should have? So, we should have hospitals, medical equipments, testing laboratories where you can have all those blood tests and urine tests and all different types of tests, ambulances to carry people from emergency situations to the hospitals, and blood banks. Whenever there is a requirement of blood is stored in the blood banks, you can easily find there. Medicines, and also along with that we should have health workers, nurses, doctors, and other health professionals like the lab assistants and all to run these facilities. So these are the requirements for providing healthcare facilities. Now let us talk about the available facilities. We have talked about the requirement. Now we will see what is available in India. So we are going through some of the facts which will show that how much India has progressed in terms of medical facilities. So India has the largest number of medical colleges in the world, and it is also the largest producers of doctors in the world. Every year around 15,000 doctors get the license for practice, and India is also third largest producer and exporter of the medicines. And in India we have large number of medical tourists that come to India for treatment in our some of the world class hospitals. We have some world class hospitals available in big cities like New Delhi, Mumbai, and all. So there we get the people, or people come from outside to these hospitals for their treatment. So that is why we call them as medical tourists, because they come for treatment, medical treatment. And also India has seen significant growth in medical facilities in last 30 years. So by seeing these facts we can say that available facilities in India are very good. In terms of doctors and other facilities like medicines and all, we are progressing and also having technological advancement. But these are the facilities mainly available in urban areas, in the cities. Now let us talk about healthcare facilities in rural area. So we will go through some facts about rural health in India. Every year, about 5 lakh people die from tuberculosis, that is also called as TB. Every year, about 20 lakh malaria cases are registered. And half of the children in the rural areas, they do not get adequate food and they are undernourished. So their body do not develop as such, and also their immunity remains low. So in that sense, they are more prone to diseases. That means they are not well developed and immunity is also low, so there are more chances of diseases. People have to travel long distances for medical facilities. There are cases I have seen people traveling more than 5 kilometers. They do not have any facility for transport also, so they walk for long distances, and then they get the medical treatment. You can imagine that if a person has to get some medical facility, he has to walk for 5 more than 5 kilometers. Even he is not feeling well, but he has to travel. So that type of situation I have also seen, and it is very common in so many villages in our country. And also very important thing, clean water is not available to the people in rural areas. When the clean water is not available, then obviously diseases related to water, they will be very common, like this jaundice, diarrhea and all. So you can see these are the facts showing that rural health in India does not have a good shape. That means facilities might be available, but they are not available everywhere and not reaching to the people. People have to take so much of pain in order to get these facilities. And even if they take the problems face the problems and reach to this facility, they do not get the adequate treatment. So that is how the situation in rural areas is very bad. Although in urban areas there are private hospitals also, and along with that private hospitals we have government hospitals, public health services. So in rural areas situation is worse, in urban areas the situation is little better. So now by comparing both the facts, where we are seeing that in India we have so many medical colleges, and every year so many doctors are coming, and also medicines also we are producing in big large amount, and we are providing treatment to foreigners. But what about our rural areas? In rural areas we are still not able to provide the proper health facilities to everyone. People are suffering and facing problems every day in order to get these facilities, and these facilities are also not sufficient, because there are cases, so many cases registered, where a person who is suffering, or if he is having any emergencies, for example accident, the people in government hospitals, they do not treat the person, because they do not want to take the risk. They are not sure whether they will be able to treat the person or not. So that is why they refer the person to the bigger hospital in the towns or in the cities. So that is how the situation in the rural areas is not good. Although government has tried and is still trying to establish a efficient system, healthcare facilities, but still it is not up to the mark. So we are going to talk about rural healthcare facilities in our next video. This is it about this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, please like it and also share and subscribe to our channel, so that you can get the notifications for our upcoming lessons. Thank you so much.